And Olumide Macaulay isn't wearing any red today, but he has the best of sports.
Thank you, Millicent. Not red, but blue, but that'll be in football, and that's where we'll begin. FIFA has banned former Zambia Football Association President Kalusha Bwalya for 2 years over a payment from controversial former Asian Football Confederation boss Mohammed bin Hammam. An investigation opened on February 28, 2017 revealed that bin Hammam paid Bwalya $50,000 in 2009 and $30,000 in 2011 as the Qatari sought to challenge Sepp Blatter for the FIFA presidency. The FIFA Ethics Committee has now found the 1988 African Player of the Year guilty of breaching the ethics code for accepting gifts and violating confidentiality rules while he was president of the Zambian FA. Bwalya was also fined $100,000. Cameroon has confirmed that Clarence Seedorf has signed a 4-year deal to take over as coach of the Indomitable Lions. Last week, Cameroon's Minister of Sports and Physical Education, Pierre Ismail, confirmed that Seedorf will be assisted by his former Dutch teammate to take charge of the 5-time African champions. Ismail disclosed that the long-term contract, which runs to 2022, also stipulates that the Dutch duo must live in the country and provide support to the other national teams. Seedorf and Kluivert have been given the task of retaining the Africa Cup of Nations on home soil next year and also set the target of reaching the 2021 edition of the tournament and the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. To the English Premier League, where Manchester United captain Paul Pogba scored the opening goal as they defeated Leicester City in the first game of the Premier League season. Left back Luke Shaw extended United's lead, but Jamie Vardy scored a late consolation for the Foxes. Meanwhile, more games will be played tomorrow. Newcastle United will face Tottenham Hotspur, AFC Bournemouth versus newly promoted Cardiff City. Fulham will play Crystal Palace in a London derby, and Huddersfield will square off against Chelsea. Watford will play Brighton, with Super Eagles defender Leon Balogun expected to make his debut, while New Boys Wolverhampton Wanderers will play Everton. Villarreal eccentrically unveiled new signing Santi Cazorla today using a magician and a smoke-filled glass tube. The former Arsenal midfielder was presented by Spanish illusionist in what appears to be an empty glass chamber, which gradually fills up with smoke before Cazorla steps out to be greeted by fans. The 33-year-old Spaniard has overcome long-term injury to sign a 1-year contract with the club after being released by Arsenal. That's it on Sports News. It's back to Millicent for the rest of the news at 10.
Thank you, Olumide. Canadian police say a suspect is in custody after at least 4 people, 2 of them police officers, were killed in a shooting in the eastern city of Fredericton, New Brunswick. Well, the city police confirmed the officer's death on Twitter. The pair have not been named, and the circumstances around the incident remain unclear. Police have ended a lockdown in the area but continue their investigation. Fredericton is the capital of New Brunswick province and home to around 56,000 people. Gun laws are more stringent in Canada than in the US. However, the number of shootings has risen in recent years. In Zimbabwe, main opposition leader Nelson Chamisa has presented his party's legal challenge to last week's presidential election result. Mr. Chamisa says he has evidence to show that he was cheated out of the polls. He further stated that the MDC alliance had all the evidence it needed to mount a credible, sustainable case. The MDC alliance has to submit its case to the Constitutional Court. If the court decides in favor of the challenge, it could order a recount or void the result. The court must rule on any challenge within 14 days. And on entertainment news, film lovers finally get a first look at the highly anticipated King of Boys movie. Maiwa Gudeli has details and other entertainment stories.
Many thanks. Here are top stories in showbiz. Alternative singer Brimo says the dominance of pop in the Nigerian music soundscape has not edged jazz out of the industry, as the classic genre is still getting its fair share of attention. The Aya crooner, who released his sophomore album Osho earlier this year, is urging young music acts to explore other genres, including jazz, rather than join the pop bandwagon.
So the future of jazz in Nigeria is bright, and Nigerians are amazing people, so jazz music will survive here. It will always be here.
After many weeks of teasing the film community with behind-the-scenes photos, director of the record-breaking Wedding Party 1 movie, Kemi Adetiba, is set to release her own film, King of Boys, as she releases the first clip from the highly anticipated thriller. King of Boys follows the story of Alaja Eniola Salami, played by actress Shola Bwalya, a businesswoman and philanthropist with a checkered past and a promising political future. As her political ambitions see her outgrowing the underworld connections responsible for her considerable wealth, she is drawn into a power struggle that threatens everything she holds dear.
God's worst punishment in a person.
Finally, American singer, songwriter, and actress Ciara has unveiled a musical collaboration with Nigerian producer and artist Techno. The Level Up star shared this via social media, where she revealed the cover art of the Afrobeats-inspired project entitled Freak Me. And that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. The rest of the news at 10 continues shortly.
Thank you, Myra. And news just in has it that a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in Ekiti State and a close aide of former Governor Segun Oni, Comrade Bumi Ojo, has been shot dead by unidentified gunmen. Sources told Channels Television that he was shot dead around a football viewing center this evening in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital. More information is expected from the police in due course, as the state PRO's phone line is unavailable at this time. And the main news again. The national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Adams Oshiomhole, today asked APC senators to seek legal means to impeach Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki, as he listed Saraki's anti-party actions. Also today, the Senate President Dr. Bwalya Saraki rejected calls for his impeachment by the leadership of the APC. He described Mr. Oshiomhole's call as wishful thinking. The acting president, Professor Yomi Osinbajo, today congratulated the 5 students of a college in Onitsha, Anambra State, who emerged victorious at the 2018 Technovation World Pitch Summit in Silicon Valley, the United States of America. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching. I'm Millicent Walker. Have a good weekend.